I had a real account, 653 trades, and month after month it was profitable. Until one day, in just a few positions, everything that was left disappeared. Today, I want to tell you exactly what happened, and it's not gonna be a clean edited version, but the actual truth. And I want to tell you why, instead of hiding it, I've now put a brand new $100,000 account from this exact moment 100% in front of your eyes. Before anything else, let me be straight about one thing. Trading without real risk doesn't exist. Anyone who describes a loss-free system to you is either lying or hasn't traded long enough yet to see the loss coming. This video is not going to be a success story, it's going to be a real report of a failure on what we built afterward. That old account wasn't a mistake we stumbled into blind. It was a deliberate stress test. It was a real account run on purpose at the smallest possible scale, while we were running actual prop firm evaluations with proper capital on the side. This one had a different job: push the system as hard as the smallest possible account allows and see exactly where it breaks. And the result? It was a profit factor of 1.3, meaning the strategy itself, the analysis method itself, had a real edge. And that matters because the story I'm about to tell you isn't a story about a worthless strategy. The limited total capital was the constraint we built into the test. Total capital was $217, and along the way, every time we made a profit, we withdrew it. In total, we pulled out more than 3 times the original capital. We knew going in that every broker has a minimum trade size, a floor you can't go below, no matter how small you want your risk to be. At $200, even the smallest possible position is a disproportionately large risk relative to the account, and that was the entire point of the test. And what do you think the result was? A few positions in a row went against us. And because the minimum trade size made proper risk sizing mathematically impossible at that size, those few positions were enough to wipe out whatever was left. This is exactly the point where a lot of traders, especially the ones who start with small capital, fall through. Not because they're uneducated, because of a structural limitation almost no one talks about honestly. After that test, we confirmed exactly what we expected, and the next question became, how do we test this system properly with enough room to actually prove it? The answer for this test was a $100,000 account. Not because smaller capital can't work. You could run the same system on way smaller accounts without ever coming close to even 15% drawdown. 100,000 was simply the scale we chose for this experiment because it lets us run a much larger number of strategies at once. And instead of relying on a single decision or single strategy, this time we designed the system as an ensemble, meaning several strategies running at once, each with its own logic, and a fully automated risk management layer, not a manual one, exactly what was missing last time. Let's look at this account together. This account started on June 25th, meaning it's been about 4 to 5 weeks now that it's been completely public. Look here, on July 7th, the account hit its highest point, $100,860. Then exactly what you'd expect from a real market happened. The market turned and the equity started falling. As you can see in the history of the account, there have been times in which the equity has been in the negatives, and I want to show you exactly that. Not just the good days, because I'm sick and tired of seeing glorified strategies and portfolios that are never truly honest and completely transparent. We structure our portfolio risk management in a way that it does not break 10% maximum drawdown, and as you can see, it hasn't even breached 2%. 2%. That's exactly what we didn't have last time. Back then, a few positions were enough to wipe everything out. Here, even during a losing week, the risk layer is holding. I want to be honest about what this account isn't yet. It doesn't have a long track record. 4 to 5 weeks is a short time. I'm not claiming a flawless system or guaranteed success. And if anyone ever makes that claim to you, know that either they're lying or they simply haven't traded long enough to see their own losses yet. But we do have proof accounts on our website. If you want to check them out, I'll leave the link down in the description. What I can promise you is a weekly update either here or in Telegram. Whether there were good weeks or bad weeks, you'll be seeing the unfiltered version. That's not a showcase, it's a real log that started today. If you were just here for an exciting video, that's it. I hope it was worth your time. But if you actually want to follow this journey week by week with numbers and evidence, not just when it's good, but when it's bad too, Telegram link is below this video. Every week we are updated right there with zero censoring. See you next week with a new report, whatever it turns out to be.